I don't personally believe that early halftime reports with incredibly important information about the final results for special end of the year top 10 lists are really the best idea. You run a high risk of doing things like taking out the entire element of surprise and just robbing your future fans of their enjoyment. But with that said, I think that this video will only serve to amplify the intrigue that I'm concocting. Right now, I'm looking back over the year. I'm considering all the games that I've played, and I really don't like how things are looking. I've got this awesome batch of games to consider, but I can't lie. I've got like all of these ones contending for fourth, and the only one that's really rising up to take first is a platformer called Rayman Legends that I cannot get enough of, and I am completely enraptured by. It's got lush art, it's got these thrilling challenges, it's got an impossibly good difficulty curve, and all of these wacky stunts to pull off. It just has everything. And I'm digging into it so deeply while writing all these video scripts this month, so it's just all over the place. Keep waiting on that June video, by the way. It's just like, it's on draft not 2, but 3, because I keep finding more information about these games, and I keep having to rebirth it, and at least I'm making progress on lots of other scripts. But let's get back on topic. We have a problem here, you know? You and me, we shouldn't be content just let's sit back and let what's happening here happen. Ubisoft put out this game, and Ubisoft is a sopping wet newspaper type of company. I'll link a video describing all the corruption taking place at the top of the company, but suffice it to say, I'm not really thrilled to be 3 games deep into their catalog and looking at a 4th whenever I'm talking about the stuff that I'm playing. I got into Mario and Rabbids way before I knew what was going on, and even after researching the situation, I'm not that deeply opposed to trying games. It's kind of complicated. As far as my own consumption, I feel fine when I have a window directly into the studio, which you can honestly get with situations like this. I've got a deep dive coming up on the unique studio that made Rayman Legends, Ubisoft Montpellier, and how they're doing since things got shaken up. It seems like a studio that has a really special group of talents with lots of experience, interesting direction, and they themselves stepped up to lay the heat on their shitty director, the creator of Rayman, and get him out of their lives back when the cleansing was going on. Now their future looks pretty bright, and the only thing I dislike about playing Rayman is having to deal with Ubisoft's shitty Steam version, and how lame it feels to give the company any attention when I praise the game. So, in the way that Ubisoft Montpellier boldly ousted the Rayman man from their well-being, I need you to oust the real Rayman from my life, for my well-being. That's right, I'm talking to you. 2023 is not over. Fall has only begun, and with it, something like a quadrupling of the amount of time I can spend on games. I've got a couple of new games to move up on the backlog for this period, but honestly, I am totally here for recommendations on new games. Don't let things stay as they are. I'm turning to you to recommend me a game that will knock Rayman Legends out of number 1. It's a solid, amazing platformer, but I won't sleep the same in 2024 if a Ubisoft title wins in December. That's not how it's meant to be. Ubisoft games are for wiping off pizza grease from your counter and safely disposing of it in the garbage. Number 1 spots are for singing your love to the world from a swirl of rose petals. Whether it's right up my alley or something dear to your heart, I am truly sending out a distress beacon to the outer reaches of the galaxy here, asking you to help fill out the second half of my 2023 and take a shot at shaking up the number 1 spot. I'll be doing my part, replaying the really good games that kind of came and went in a blur this year to see if they speak to me any more deeply the second time, but we need prayer. We need magic, and we need Satan in our lives in order to turn the tides of this battle and get Rayman out of places he doesn't belong.